YouTube, what is up? Team for lunch here.
Wow, I'm hilarious, right?
We got another deck profile, and this time it's what is this trash?
Just trash. Just.
Is this trash? Okay.
40 bad cards.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it here.
So I'm going to explain a little bit about how Amorphage work. So they all have the same monster effect, and they all have the same scale effect. So their scale effect is while you control an Amorphage monster, something can't happen, and then during your standby phase, you have to tribute a monster or they kill themselves. And then their monster effects are all when you pendulum summon them or flip them face up. Neither player can special from the extra deck except for Amorphage monsters while it's still on the field.
Oh, that's broken though.
Yeah, they're domain locks.
Wow.
They're all scale 5 and 3, but there's level 2s and 6s and 8s.
So what you're saying is the deck doesn't work with itself?
No, the deck doesn't even synergize with itself.
Oh.
So yeah, it's pretty bad. There's only like 2 good monsters that you can like summon, and then there's only like 2 good scales. Well, there's like 3 good scales, but anyway.
All right, let's get into it.
So 3 Gluttony. This is the if you control an Amorphage monster, neither player can activate monster effects, which is really good. He's level 2, so you can't pendulum summon him. And 3 Lechery, so he is when you control an Amorphage monster, neither player can activate spells or effects, which is really good. These are the 2 best scales. I mean, obviously, monster effects and spells are kind of really important. They're also high scales, so you can't have both of them in the scale at the same time and pendulum summon, which sucks. And then the other monsters I play are 3 Wrath and 3 Pride, even though it says Stolz and Zorn, because they're German. Their scale effects are garbage. This one says no effect damage. This one says no tributing. It's pretty bad. The only reason you play them is because they're the only level 4 Amorphage monsters with attack points. The other level 4 Amorphage monsters don't have any attack points, they only have defense points. So these are the only things that you can like keep on pendulum summoning and like actually have an impact with.
Except you don't have an impact.
No, it's Amorphage. You don't have an impact. So it's 12 monsters. This is Demise, so I didn't play any of the other ones because either their scale effects weren't good, they didn't fit in the engine because they're not level 4, they don't have attack, things like that. So these are the best ones if you're playing like Demise. Obviously there is a builder you can just play like all the monsters, but that's not very good because Demise is pretty good.
Demise is better.
Yeah. Spells, 3 Desires, 3 Duality, 3 Demise, Upstart. I don't really need to explain that. If you can play those cards, you play those cards.
Cheeky.
Cheeky. Okay, so 3 Infection. This card is the searcher of the deck. So when any monster on your side of the field is tributed or destroyed, you search for an Amorphage monster. Or no, Amorphage card. So the whole idea is because your scales have to tribute, you just tribute your pendulum guys, and then you can search. And that's mainly how you get your advantage. You sort of just snowball that way. It's like you set up your lock with your floodgate, your opponent can't play spells, your opponent can't do monster effects. And then you pendulum summon your guy, you tribute him off, and you get a search. That's the whole theory. What's also really cool is this gives all Amorphage monsters 100 attack and defense for each Amorphage monster on the field. Or Amorphage card on the field, so including itself and your scales, which means your Amorphage guys get up really big. Like I've gotten my guys up to like $4,000 just from like having 3 of these out in like scales and 3 monsters on for this. So yeah, your guys get up really big. And then the last spell I play is Persona. Well, this isn't the last spell. This is the last Amorphage spell. Is Amorphous Persona and 2 Terraforming. Since I am playing Desires, I would probably play 2 Persona, 1 Terraforming, but I don't have the 3rd Persona, so I guess this works. What this does is all Amorphage monsters gain 300 attack and defense, and when an Amorphage monster is tributed, you draw a card. Same sort of theory as like you plus off of your guy tributing your monsters. It's more of just a spell because it's not as good as searching. And 3 Scapegoat. So this kind of...
Whoa. I thought this was an outdated card here.
I mean, this is common too.
Like 2004, 2003.
Yeah, it's old. But basically, the Amorphage guys in your scale don't have to tribute Amorphage monsters. They can tribute any monster. So you just flip Scapegoat and you contribute the goat tokens and keep your guys alive. And since the continuous spell triggers when any monster is destroyed, not just your Amorphage monsters, you can search with the Scapegoat and the continuous spell. Also, Scapegoat just keeps you alive, so it's really good. You can flip it on your opponent's turn so it doesn't clash with like Desires or Demise or Desires. Nothing clashes with Desires. It doesn't clash with Demise. So yeah, it's really it's not great, but it's necessary. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. That's it for spells. There's a lot of spells, and then traps is just you're playing Demise, so 3 D barrier, 3 strike, warning, good stuff. What sucks though is you can't play Emptiness because you need your Pendulum Summon every turn except turn 1 to keep your scales alive. Like this deck has to Pendulum Summon your guys to keep your other guys alive, and it's like if you open the lock and you can just keep Pendulum Summoning, you snowball really quickly. Like you get free cards whenever you tribute. But if you can't summon your guys and tribute them to keep your scales alive, then your cards kill themselves. So that's why you can't play Emptiness. You just lose. You kill yourself if you play Emptiness. And the last trap is 2 Mirror Force. I don't know. Maybe Storming's better. Maybe Quacking's better. Maybe Drowning is not better. You have to play like one of those 3. But
Probably Quacking.
Yeah, but Mirror Force is really good because you need to keep your guys alive for the scales, and it's Demise, so it's a trap. And then when you have like your guy on the field, they're not super big. They're only like 1750, 1650, and turn 1, your opponent can still special from the extra deck. So your opponent's going to be able to just like summon a big guy and you'll just have to Mirror Force it. So that's why these are in here, is to keep your things alive.
So what's the irrelevant extra deck look like?
Just rank 4s and 2s.
Oh.
Like it's not even in order. It's just random. Yeah, take it for granted. Just Castel, Emerald. There's not even a Utopia package in here, and it never comes up. It's so irrelevant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So no side deck either?
Well, the side deck is kind of interesting. It's definitely case-by-case basis because you can play more of the Amorphage scales. So, for example, Greed stops traps from being activated. So if your locals has like Paleo Frog, you can side those in. If you're playing against stuff like DDD, Gluttony is... No, not Gluttony. Goliath is a macrocosmos, so you can banish like all their slimes and stuff. So it's definitely like you can side more and more.
They have one for Monarch too. You can't tribute.
Well, you already made that one.
Oh, that's right. No.
Yeah, you already made that one because it's level 4 with attack. So there's definitely like a bunch of random stuff that's case by case basis. Obviously, it's Demise too, so you can't really side hand traps. So it's normally just like random floodgate traps.
So what's out of scale of 1 to 10? How good is this deck?
Solid 2.
Solid 2.
Solid 2. You can get cheeky wins by opening things like this, and your opponent can't play spells, and you have a floater. So you'll open something like this, and your opponent can't play spells. Your guy is super big, and if they're playing like Metal Foe, and they have to like Pendulum Summon. They have no out to this other than like their Pendulum Summon. Then you just win from there, but you have to tribute this and get a search, and then you have to like pendulum this back, and then you have a scale that kills itself, and it's sort of, you lose to yourself most of the time, but the way to win is getting a lock that locks out your opponent completely. You can't lock out your opponent partially, otherwise you just lose, because you kill yourself.
Yeah, you lose like a Twister at that point if you don't get like a full lock.
Yeah.
Or like something.
What's cool though, even though you do like lose really hard to Twister, is your opponent can't play spells with one of them, so you sort of have built-in Twisty protection, which is okay,
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess.
I guess.
All right, so this has been it. This has been the deck profile.
Yeah.
It's been Team Free Lunch.
I didn't say my piece yet.
You didn't say anything this
I
profile.
didn't say anything. So, if y'all want to battle with me, if y'all want to duel me, my name is Evan. Yeah, I said my real name. I ain't afraid. But yeah, I'm Big E, Easy E, whatever you want to call me.
What's what's your dueling book name?
Dueling
wait, you can't get on that yet.
I can't get on that. But yo, if you want to battle me, duel me in real life, I'm at Dreamers every Saturday in St. Louis Park. So get your bitch asses up here and play me. I'll play with whatever deck you want to play me with. I'll pick up some shitty commons and play you and beat your ass. Come up here.
Okay. Alright, that's been the deck. Hope you enjoyed this this absolutely wonderful profile.
Oh yeah, this is a horrible profile.
Oh yeah.
It's mainly out here just to get the idea out because I haven't seen like anyone play Demise Amorphage.
And the fact that the lighting has fucked over this entire video the whole time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay, so that's been it. Dislike for less. Subscribe for less.
Dislike
For
this
even
video.
less.
For
Better
less.
not dislike this video because I got anger issues, bitch.
I mean,
And
apparently.
that's that one motherfucker who disliked the video.
Oh, we've gotten like no dislikes on all the videos.
Yeah, we haven't. It's I don't know why.
I
okay.
wonder why.
I don't know
wonder
why.
why. Yeah.
Intimidation.
You know why?
What?
Because I showed up at that fool's house.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sucked his mom's dick.
Oh, okay.
What?
And we're done.